Welcome to Pete and Hannah's Watch List. I'm your host, Pete Mitchell, and I'm here with my great co-host, Hannah.
Hello, people.
Today's a solemn start to our podcast. On Sunday, the nation of Australia, where we're from, was rocked by a terrorist attack. Bondi Beach is famous all around the world as a meeting place for all religions, all ethnicities from all over the world to come and celebrate the great nation of Australia. You can go to the beach, you can sunbake, you can swim, they make television shows about the Bondi rescue. But on Sunday, at a Hanukkah festival celebrating the Jewish faith, two terrorists have taken the lives of many people, not only Australians, but we have people from France, there's people from Israel, and we're nothing but shocked. And all our thoughts go to the families and everyone that is been impacted by these terrorist attacks. Also, the man that stopped one of the governments, Ahmed Ahmed, what a job you are. Like, seriously, immigrant from Syria, to come out with your family, make home in Australia, and you hear gunshots and you run towards it. I don't know many people in the whole world that will run towards gunshots, and you're one of them. And I hope you do well after being shot multiple occasions. In Australia, we take it very seriously, the multicultural country that we do and that we have, and it's one of the things that we are praised for, and we salute it. And this is not going to change that from this terrorist attack. People will come together, and after big events and after huge tragedies, we always take stock. And just like we did in 1996 when there was a huge gun violence display, hopefully our country can come together and show great leadership and move forward as one country. In Australia, we, do live a idyllic lifestyle, and it's not lost on us. And then when something like this does change, Hannah and I have been racking our brain over the last 24 hours since it happened on Sunday. But the show must go on. But when we were preparing for the show on Monday evening, we heard about Rob Reiner passing away. And he and his wife, believed to be a homicide in their family home. Not only like you think you're safe in your home and you get attacked and lose your life, that is absolutely heartbreaking. Rob Reiner was a brilliant film director, a great actor. He was son to Estelle and Carl Reiner. Carl Reiner being one of the comedy heroes of mine growing up as a kid. He starred in a lot of Mel Brooks films. He had his own TV show. Rob Reiner had his own TV show in All in the Family, then became a director. We lost Carl a couple of years ago. He was famous for the Oceans movies we've seen him recently. And then Rob, he was a producer, he was a writer, he was a director. Started with Spinal Tap. His last film was This is Spinal Tap, The End Continues. And what an unbelievable actor, and just an absolute funny guy, really, and what a great director. He had a film running that included he had a film run including This is Spinal Tap, then he did Stand By Me, which is one of the most iconic teenage boy movies, started River Phoenix and all those Lost Boys, and then he did
The Princess Bride.
Which is another great kids movie from the 80s. Carrie Elves and Robin Wright. And then you get When Harry Met Sally. And then you get Misery. Then you get A Few Good Men. Those three movies alone, you get one of the greatest rom-coms of all time. You get a great adaptation of a Stephen King novel. And then you get A Few Good Men, which is one of my favourite movies of all time. And one of Hannah's favourite movies of all time as well. Yeah. Great comedy drama starring Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. And then he continued to work all the way up and to his passing today. He directed movies such as such as the Bucket List with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson, which is a critical and successful hit as well. You know, he had some of the movies weren't great. He did North, that was derided, but you know he founded Castle Rock, which did the Seinfeld show. Just an absolute legend of Hollywood, and tough day not only for people in Australia, but to lose the loss of a great talent like Rob Reiner. He also spoke about political things as well. He was he really spoke up for civility in our society. I remember after Charlie Kirk passing, he came out and said no one deserves that. Political speech should not be impacted by assassins' bullets, and true words never been spoken, especially after the last 48 hours that we had. It's a tough transition, but we thought it was important to talk about those two things off the top of the show, and our thoughts and prayers go to not only the Reiner family as a whole, but also all the Australians that were affected by the shooting. I hope this little show can give some people a little bit of respite. I know it doesn't, but we thought it was important just to keep doing what we normally do. So we're going to do that, and we're going to recap some movies. On today's show, we're going to recap Ella McCay, which is directed by James L. Brooks. We're also going to take a look at the slasher, the Christmas movie, which is hard to say. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night. And then this week on the channel, we've got AFI Redux, where we're going to look at My Fair Lady, which is one of the movies that was on the original list but got taken off. And then on Wednesday's show, we're going to recap Rob Reiner's career in more depth. We're going to go through all the movies and what we thought of them. And then on Friday, we're going to do Movie Championship Belt Holder with Movie Year Night 1960. And then AFI Redux, we're going to do a special Redux next week. We're going to actually review a Rob Reiner film. So that will be on the channel next week.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to today's show. And the first movie we're going to talk about today is Ella McCay. Ella McCay is written and directed by James L. Brooks, who's co-creator of The Simpsons. And we talked about that last week on the channel, that he actually bribed, well, not bribed, but there was like a...
Oh, the deal of Disney where, I want to make this movie.
Yeah.
You want Simpsons to...
You do... you do Simpsons 2, and you can get $30 million to do this movie, and he did it.
Yeah.
The last movie he did was How Do You Know, which was the Reese Witherspoon film, not a popular movie.
Nope.
He also did Spanglish, which was an okay Adam Sandler film, and Tia Leone was that.
I didn't think
he came off the great success of As Good as It Gets. He's won 3 Academy Awards. He's a great writer director. But my probably favorite film of his is Broadcast News, because I love movies about TV and TV news, and started the great Albert Brooks, and Albert Brooks is in this film. Also, Emma McKay is in this film, Jamie Lee Curtis is in this film, Woody Harrelson, Abadari, Jack Lowden's in this film. The elevator pitch: you are an up-and-coming politician and the lieutenant governorship, and you get told by your boss that he's taking a higher job and you're going to become governor. But not only is your family falling apart, but your whole life is imploding at the same time you're getting the governorship. Reasons to see this. I went to you halfway through this film and said, I am loving this film. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And there's so many good elements. Like, I was laughing out loud. I was like, it's one of those, I call Ella McCay, she's sort of like grown up Lisa Simpson. And she's like, holier than now, trying to bring her family along for the ride.
But they're cursed.
There's so many terrible characters in this movie. The father, for one, played by Woody Harrelson. Even Woody Harrelson can't make this guy lovable. He is such a jerk.
Well, he barely gets any time. Either that.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in this movie. She plays the know-it-all auntie. We've all had one of those in our lives.
Yep.
We all...
The antisocial brother.
We antisocial brother. Well, but the know-it-all auntie, you know, you need one in those your lives. They poke you. They like.
Well, she lifts.
Push you to do good stuff.
She lifts Ella McCay up.
And definitely, Ella McCay, the husband.
Worst character.
I know.
Second worst.
I know we've come off with. I know we came off with the character last week of Herman Goering.
You were like,
this guy's worse.
He's got competition.
This guy is.
Herman Goering's probably worse.
Oh man, this guy is one of the most terrible characters of all time. I hate this guy.
No,
like,
he's awful.
Jack London does a great job portraying this guy because he's vile. He's absolutely vile, this character.
Yeah.
And his mother is right up there.
Yeah. This feels like at times cartoony in some of the things that happen.
I think that's the way he writes. It's always been... It's fast talking.
It's a dramedy, so there's a lot of drama that happens, but it's mixed in with the comedy you may know.
There's definitely reason to see it's got a great cast. It's got a Hans Zimmer's score.
Wow.
It's a good little story if they focused on one, but the reasons not to. The problem with this movie is there's stories that go absolutely nowhere. There's plot holes big. There's massive continuity issues. You can definitely tell that this was.
Oh, it was like rewritten halfway through. Because the reason you were loving it is that it was a focus on Ella McCay and the governorship, and there was
flashbacks.
There was flashbacks.
I wasn't a big fan of those.
There was no serious halfway through, we get into the brother storyline, the dad storyline, and her husband ship, her and her marriage. And even the husband himself, like the way he's written at the start and the way he turns halfway through this movie, it's like, that's a different character. I can understand if you wrote him at the start that way, which you kind of did, but then you didn't. And then halfway, it's like a whole switch gets lifted. And the whole movie feels like it's struggling to have a point.
You know, like...
And also, Kumail Nanjiani's in here, and he also has a plot line of being
which is like a flirty...
Cop, the cop driver.
Driver for the lieutenant governor turned governor.
No, I think it's more like... It's like bodyguard sort of... No, not the bodyguard. More like Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx, like bodyguard kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know. I think there's flirty going on.
I think it was just like
she was talking at the end.
She couldn't hear him, and she'd have to.
No, I think there was flirting going on there. Okay, so a big thing with it's really hard with actors that change their hair and
for continuity.
There's so many different hair changes.
Russell Crowe and Noah.
100%. 100%. It's not just females; it's males too.
Yeah, especially if you have to wear a wig. I know.
Even with a wig, if you're wearing the same wig over and over again, you get used to it. But in this film, there's just so many different continuity changes with hair.
They change their hairstyle.
There's also day to dark. Like you can tell he's lost his fastball when it comes to directing. He's still like punchy with his dialogue. Like the dialogue's still punchy.
Yeah, I mean it goes all over the place when you have too many storylines.
It's got Julie Kavanaugh as the narrator, which you definitely...
Marge Simpson, by the way.
Yeah,
if you don't know.
definitely tell when a movie is struggling for a narrative when you add a narrator.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
When you have to add a narrator to get you to understand what's happening, because this movie does... It's just a little all over the shop, unfortunately. It wants to add like he almost wants to make a sort of, I would say, like a Frank Capra style film.
Oh, this is...
But that's
totally what he's going for.
Reaching that level.
This is totally going... This is poor man's Miss Smith Goes to Washington. 100%.
But The Simpsons did that with the Lisa episode and did it significantly better.
I think he needed a co-writer and I think he needed a co-director. I really do.
Yeah.
I just think he needed someone to help him
someone
shepherd
to
this project.
edit, especially the script.
Yeah.
Because not the dialogue itself, it's the script. Make sure it's actually coherent.
But he's always been one of those ones that he doesn't make too many movies in a row. He spaces them out because he writes, directs, and produces them. So
they're his child.
There's definitely his child.
But he does need like another person like let's just fix you.
I will say that this movie
Like a little doctor.
is where we used to get 5 or 6 of these movies every couple of months. Now, you get these one every couple of years, and it's such a shame. Like the
That this
middle
wasn't
of,
that good.
and I know a lot of people have talked about this. There's either big budgets or there's minuscule budgets, and there's nothing in between, except if you're a horror movie, which horror movies get middle of the road budgets, and they can seem to be successful. But these movies, they don't find any success at all. But I will say, the movie, other than the continuity issues and other than some plot hole, delightful movie, delightful cast.
It's a feel good.
Love AO.
Little bit of patriotism.
Love Emma. Emma Mackey is in this. She's delightful as a, like a lot of in the whole movie they kept saying, "Oh, yeah, I don't like you as a character, Ella." No, you're a great character. We need more people like you in your, set in 2008. So there is a little bit of ability that you actually believe in your politician.
Well,
so,
and it's to add to the politics being so so tight at the time because of the recession and everything. It all works well. Like the political, everything that was done really well. It was
he's
just
good at this stuff.
when he was writing personal stories of the family, it's we're falling apart here.
Yeah, I think he just needed to focus on one. He
It's
should have just focused on the daughter, the husband, and the auntie. That's what he should have been done. If he did that, and her trying to coax her through getting rid of this douchey,
and
would have been great.
you can still have the flashbacks because you're like, oh, is the husband like the father?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
didn't need the father coming back into it.
Yeah, it's unnecessary to the
You didn't need a
storyline
brother.
and the brother storyline, even though you love AO. The brother storyline makes no
But
sense.
maybe AO could have been a worker in the politician's office.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Would you recommend people to watch this?
No.
Would you watch this movie again?
No.
I'm gonna watch this movie again.
I know you would.
It's gonna be on Disney Plus. I'll watch it again when it comes on Disney Plus.
No.
Rating for this one.
I played on phone.
Yep.
Yep.
I played on my phone.
That's what.
Ella McCay is in cinemas now. You probably wouldn't know it because no one went saw it.
Sad.
Yep.
But true.
That's true. Okay. The next movie we're going to talk about is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Check this for an elevator pitch. You are a kid and you see your parents killed in front of you by a evil Santa. And you take on the role of that evil Santa later years, and you kill people via the Advent calendar.
Of Christmas.
And of Christmas. And you do that every year for at least 10 years. And then you meet your match when you meet a girl and that you fall in love with. What will happen to the evil spirit that's inside your head? Reasons to see this. For start, what an elevator pitch.
Yeah. This movie is
and all these things you see in the trailer, so we're not giving anything away.
Yeah, this is like the Santa Claus, but make it horror.
Yep.
Because he kind of
No, this is Santa Claus meets Seven.
Seven, you'd say?
Yeah, because he does all those things against the deadly sins, and some of those people are evil, Yeah,
well, it's kind of, there's a whole, I love how this...
There is definitely a Santa
Can
Claus...
I just say, I love how this film plays out.
There's a Santa Claus nature to it, because, you take on the spirit of evil Santa.
So he uses dressing up as Santa as kind of his switch to go psycho mode.
Superhero suit.
Superhero. His
Villain
psycho
suit.
mode. His psycho mode.
He's got an axe.
He's got an axe.
Yeah.
That's his weapon of choice.
Oh well, he's killing. Well, he's unaliving.
Yes.
I'm going to probably get about this episode, but anyway, he's unaliving Nazis. He's unaliving wife murderers. He's unaliving kid murderers. He's doing God's work.
Oh no, 100%. No, this film. If you're someone who delights in the gory nature of someone taking down evil, this is that kind of movie. It really surprised me because
Vendettas.
The way it plays out is almost like you don't know why he's doing it.
No.
And it's really, I don't know, well done for what I was expecting. Because, look, when you see a movie like this, it's kind of independent, no real names here. We're talking like you wouldn't know this movie existed unless you literally saw, a trailer, or you just went to your local theater and saw it playing, and you're like, okay, I'll watch the Santa movie. Like you.
Well, I'll just say the lady that's the most known in this movie is Ruby Modine. She was in Happy Death Day.
Yeah, well,
and she also was in Happy Death Day to You.
Yeah.
That's the most known person from this. The director and the writer of this was Mike P. Nelson. He did VHS 85, which was on Netflix.
The Netflix ones. They were like the special dated horror series, like horror movies. They had each one.
Yeah, it's a 2023.
Yeah.
It was Scott Derrickson backed him up with those, and Scott Derrickson did Black Phone, and he also did the Doctor Strange movies.
Yeah, no, but well, with this movie, Reasons 2, it is, if you delight in that gory nature and like a plot that actually succinks very well. Like we talked about the continuity issues in Ella McCay. This does not have them.
No.
Surprisingly, very well
Zero
tight.
continuity.
Everything that is shown plays up later in the film and perfectly is exactly how you
They're like
think
postcards along the way.
Everything just works. I don't know. Maybe it is like someone actually paying attention and has a love for this thing and makes
and it sets up for sequels too.
It sets up, but even if it doesn't,
sequels.
it's just a very good book note ending to this whole thing we just watched. It's gory. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's reasons not to. I mean, it's not.
It's super violent.
It's super violent, but it doesn't. I wouldn't like.
There's no funny notes in this movie.
Look, Christmas doesn't have a lot of horror movies. It does have violent movies. It's been, as of late, we've had one every year that's been like kind of violent.
Yep.
Your bad Santa, your Violent Night, whatever.
Silent Night.
No, Violent Night. Oh, Silent Night. We don't talk about that one. We don't.
Black Christmas.
Yeah, so we've had these violent ones, but this one does fix into that more horror category. So if you're a horror fan and you don't have a Christmas movie, it's
definitely low bar. Like, think low bar.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the reason we're so surprised and delighted is that this film shouldn't, like, it's on the lower end of like, you just wouldn't expect this film to be any good.
Yeah,
and delightfully it worked.
Let's not use the term good used loosely.
Good. Oh,
it's not good.
It's not good, but it's
okay.
It's serviceable in what it is trying to achieve.
That is true.
It is.
Would you recommend people to watch this movie? No caveats. No caveats. You tell me. Do you recommend people to watch this movie?
I had a delightful time, but I would say no. But I had a delightful time.
Are you ever going to watch this movie again?
It's not for me, sorry. It's no.
So that's a good answer then.
Yeah.
Rating for this one?
I played on my phone.
Oh, so you think it's exactly the same as Ella McCay?
I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed Ella McCay.
Okay.
What did you think? Because it's doing what Ella McCay's not doing, and then it's a unique take on the Christmas genre, and horror fans.
I was probably going to give it a golf clap actually, but yeah, I'll play on my phone.
Golf clap is we're being very generous.
No.
Not that the film's not
just
doing.
If you go with the low bar, it's probably a 3, but if it's not, it's 2.
Yeah.
That is it for today's program.
Not saying 2 isn't bad. It's just
okay.
It has its moments.
Leave a comment below what your thoughts on those 2 movies are, and if you haven't seen them, let us know when you do check them out. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We'll catch you tomorrow for My Fair Lady. Until we meet again, long live cinema, and it's bye for now.
Bye.